you very much, Mr Walker, and it's a real pleasure to serve under your chairmanship. And genuinely, I want to welcome this report and thank colleagues on the Scottish Affairs Committee, not only for looking at this really important issue, but for taking the time to come to Aberdeen, which is the heart of the UK's oil and gas industry, to speak with representatives and to hear the views of the industry on how we can move forward. And that was much appreciated by the oil and gas companies in Aberdeen. Now, my constituents in Aberdeen South know better than most just how important the future of the oil and gas industry is and how difficult the last few years have been. The climb out of those difficult days has been a long one and has not been without its challenges. Challenges that I see every single day when I speak with my constituents and meet with local businesses. It was encouraging to hear the latest news from the OGA that this week that the North Sea production reached a 7-year high last year. This shows the huge potential the sector still has in forming an integral part of the UK's energy mix and a major source of high-value jobs across Scotland and the whole of the UK. Just last week, I was pleased to welcome my right honourable friend, the Foreign Secretary, to Aberdeen, where we met with representatives of the oil and gas UK and Aberdeen Harbour. During his visit, the Secretary of State highlighted the huge opportunities that await oil and gas companies once we leave the EU. Balmoral Group, based in my constituency, specialises in subsea buoyancy, renewable energy products and engineering solutions. They employ 500 people and are highly dependent on the rapidly growing markets of West Africa, South America and the Gulf of Mexico. And they are clear that there are opportunities for growth and that they are truly global. Aberdeen itself is a global city, and oil and gas companies based in my constituency have an increasingly international outlook. The new technologies being developed through the Oil and Gas Technology Centre show the great export potential that will place Aberdeen at the centre of supply chains reaching around the world into mature and emerging markets. Oil and Gas UK's Vision 2035 has the ambitious aim of doubling the supply chain share of the global market from 3.7% to 7.4% by 2035. And these new technologies will be key in achieving this goal. These new technologies will unlock the future potential of not just the UK continental shelf, but will also secure the future of companies throughout the sector as they diversify their interests. And I welcome the Government's continued work with industry to invest in technology that maximises recovery, improves efficiencies and extends the life of the UK continental shelf while boosting the potential for export growth. I, alongside my colleagues, have worked hard from the day that we arrived in Westminster to secure much-needed support for this vital industry. I remember very vividly lobbying the Treasury at every opportunity, and we were successful in securing transferable tax history for the sector, unblocking billions of pounds of investment, maintaining certainty on tax relief and reducing barriers to investment, which will be a crucial factor in attracting the investment the sector requires to maximise our economic recovery and secure the long-term future. The position of the UK as a market leader at the centre of global supply chains rests on the industry and government working hand in hand to attract talent and investment as the sector prepares to navigate the challenges and opportunities of the coming years. And I welcome this report on the future of the oil and gas industry, and that it sets out the case for a sector deal for the industry and calls for the government to commit to securing the long-term future of such a vital industry, and look forward to hearing what the Minister has to say in relation to where we are with that sector deal. The future of the oil and gas industry rests not only on innovation in extraction, ensuring that we maximise recovery, but also in innovation around about decommissioning. Decommissioning does not represent the end of the oil and gas industry, but a huge opportunity to use the expertise and the talent of a globally focused industry to turn a liability into an opportunity. The UK will be the largest market for decommissioning spending over the next decade and is placed at the forefront of a rapidly growing market. And I welcome that this report emphasises the benefits a sector deal would have on unlocking the global potential of the oil and gas industry, not just in my constituency, but right across the UK, in constituencies right across the country. There is a lot of life left in the North Sea, and a bright future for the oil and gas industry. Investment in new technologies and the growth of the sector at the centre of a global supply chain are key to grasping those future opportunities. And I welcome this report, which sets out how industry and government, working together, can secure that future. Thank you, Mr. Walker.